Man, what that nigga? Who you said was who you seen lately defending the Ja Moran?
Uh, Paul Pierce
Yeah, that's who I seen too. This nigga tripping,
and Stacks Manda.
bro.
Le
Bro,
tendrán que hablar al lugar, pero está cerrado. A preguntarles, pero no sé. Let me look. Paul Pierce and Stack. What's the name? They used to play for.
Steven Jackson.
Yeah.
Bro, that's the nigga I would expect. He is the exact type of nigga I would expect to take up for some shit like this. Paul Pierce hit me out of left field, but Stack for sure, bro. This nigga is such a wannabe ass gangster ass nigga, bro. That nigga, this is the nigga who pulled up in the hood like 2 years ago. You remember that shit? Yeah, pulling up in the hood. Bro, you way too old to be pulling up in the hood and condoning niggas outside doing dumb shit. Like, you tripping, bro. Just to be real. Nigga tripping, bro. Oh, yeah, I definitely expect that shit. But Paul Pierce talking about, man, I've been stabbed. I carried my gun with me everywhere after I got stabbed. That's understandable. But what makes you think this nigga got stabbed or anything like that? Like, why would you instantly apply your situation to that young man with zero fucking evidence that anything like that has ever happened to him? And beyond that, you got stabbed, so you carried a gun everywhere. Did we ever see any pictures of you holding your gun up? What does having pictures of your gun have to do with protecting yourself?
Yeah, that. I was like, it ain't the problem that he had the gun. It's the problem that he out here flashing the gun. That's the problem.
Actually, both is the problem, nigga. Cause how did you get the gun from Memphis to where you was at?
Oh yeah, because they say he took it on a.
I mean, you would have to take it somewhere, or you'd have to purchase it in the town you was at. Which you can't purchase it if you don't live in that state,
No,
right?
but I mean you can travel with it, but he took it on a team plane.
Right. I finna say no. You can't travel with it if you ain't got your own fucking plane, or if you ain't checked that bitch into proper bagging.
Yeah, you got to check it in, but yeah,
Right.
he took it on the team plane. So
But I finna say they got a team plane, and he ain't supposed to have it at all. You traveling with the National Basketball Association, my nigga. You traveling with a real team. Why would they have any safety concerns like that? Like, even if you got stabbed or whatever, so you for your own protection. When have we ever heard of somebody getting attacked? An NBA team, somebody, you know what I mean? That type of vulnerability. Them dudes are hella protected when they go anywhere.
as long as she doesn't vomit and have diarrhea and muscle tremors and drooling, so drooling tired. She's always like that.
Man, this nigga over here being a vet in the middle of the conversation and shit. Nigga, if you don't get your bitch ass on somewhere with that bullshit, my nigga, what the fuck is you doing? Say hold on, nigga. Say hold on and pause this shit, nigga. Don't nobody here speak Spanish but your ass.
Nah, because she worried they gave the dog too much flea medication.
Fuck that dog, nigga. Whole head dog, nigga. You know I don't fuck with no goddamn pets. Pets are a scam. Pets are a scam to get some homeless motherfuckers to live in your house. Pets are homeless, nigga. The fuck are you talking about? There's no such thing as domestication. It's just a homeless wild pet that don't know how to make a home in the wild. Motherfucker you got to feed the motherfucker, and then the thing that draws the line for me is you got to pick the motherfucker shit up, even if he shit outside, nigga. Please, what type of shit is that?
Nah, like you ain't seen that meme where it's like a dog and it's like, man, it's a $60 dog. He'll survive anything. I give him toilet water, he'd be all right. $1,000
Thousand
dog.
dollar dog,
This
nigga. You
nigga,
get that
this
nigga
nigga need
great.
filtered water. He
I'm telling you,
allergic.
that nigga need room cause that nigga 75 degrees at all times.
Need
Man,
bottled water and shit.
cause we ain't supposed to be domesticating them hoes and breeding them the way they supposed to be. We breeding them into deficiencies. Like, we breeding all the shit out of them that makes them survive in the wild. Like, that shit crazy. Ain't nobody ever had no pet roaches. You see how resilient they is? Ain't nobody ever wanted their ass in the house, nigga. They resilient. It's a motherfucker.
Nigga surviving the atomic bomb.
I'm telling you.
so, you feel that, Fred? No, no, man. It was a nice gust, though.
Nice little gust. Nigga, the heat, warm in here. Looking at it. Motherfucking cat's the worst, though. Cat's the absolute worst, boy. You definitely are a cat's pet. You think you got a cat for a pet? No, that cat
Yeah.
got a human for a pet, nigga. That nigga, you ain't even got to feed no cat. This will let you know right there you ain't supposed to have that shit as a pet. If you don't have to feed it and that shit gonna still eat, you gonna find a way to eat anyway, you're not supposed to have that shit as a pet. Ain't no motherfucking
No,
way. That
my
whole
homegirl had my homegirl had a cat. She's like, man, my cats wake me up every day, 6 o'clock, cause he hungry. Meow,
and if she don't get up and feed them hoes gonna open up the refrigerator and get what the fuck they want.
meow. They start getting mad and they start smacking her to wake her up. They start getting aggressive.
Nah, fuck all that shit. Ain't no way I have a cat in my house and that bitch got claws. Neither, bro. Them claws sharp as a mother. For them, the sharpest claws on any animal, bro. Them hoes are
Bro,
like
don't know.
microscopically sharp at the end.
Yeah,
Like, oh my god, like they literally can stick a claw into your pores and not make you bleed. That's how sharp this shit is. But it hurt like a motherfucker. Man,
yeah.
fuck pets, bro. Fuck, pets is the dumbest, craziest things humans ever did. Other than protection dogs. And that's before we had roofs over our house. And when we got roofs, we left them goddamn dogs outside.
Yeah, I was like, man, I remember back in the '90s, nobody gave a damn about about your dog being outside and it was cold. Now the dog gotta have boots on. They gotta
Dog
have
got
a
to have a
rain jacket.
sweater and shit. Dog got umbrella hat on and shit. Nigga, get the fuck on, man. That shit crazy on the motherfucker. Dog eat filet mignon, nigga, and I'm eating McDonald's. You got me fucked. McDonald's ain't even don't even sell beef. That shit crazy.
Dog eating more real beef than I am.
Nah, bro, like think about it. Now, even on a multi-billion-dollar business level, I bet you that canned dog food is more nutritious than the patties at McDonald's. I bet you
Real
that shit is
probably.
closer to, cause I bet there's regulations that you can't put this in dog food, but those
Yeah.
regulations don't exist at McDonald's and shit. Like that shit crazy as a motherfucker. Too far, man. Too far.
Nah, but yeah, I get why. I mean, I don't
You
know
get
why.
why I would. I know you not finna say you get why this nigga brought a gun on his goddamn trip.
I mean, why wouldn't he take his gun? But at the same time, nigga, you going to
Why
go play
wouldn't he? Because
basketball and come back.
please explain the why wouldn't he? Why would he need it?
I don't know. Maybe you drive around and. But I mean, obviously, you should
You ain't
have.
gotta drive nowhere
One of
around, nigga. They take you straight to the stadium and then straight to the hotel.
the-
What
Yeah, ain't no need for the gun. And I'm pretty sure they got their own team security or some shit.
I'm sure they got some, and even if they don't, my nigga, it's like, okay, let's say they got time to go out because typically you don't have that much time to fuck around when you on the road. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? It's not no concert, my nigga. You go to the, because mind you have to get your rest in and shit like that too. Yeah, niggas could have time to go partying for like one night, for like a few hours one night and shit like that. But in a circumstance like that, bro, you ain't gotta stop nowhere to get gas and then you ain't gotta, you know what I mean, no weird situations like that where you could just be an outlier on the island and potentially be a target. You going to the club where the club probably know you coming. You know what I mean? They advertise the events as such sometimes. Shit like
Hmm.
that. Like you're not gonna be in any situation where you're such an outlier that you may need to protect yourself in that fashion with that type of artillery, bro. With any type of artillery. There's no, I don't know, I can't see it. We've never heard of any situation or incidents that ever happened like that.
No,
Anything
yeah, I
close.
mean, especially if you're rolling with the team. I
Even
could
if
understand you was out by yourself or something.
right. But I'm saying like even if they had time to go out, cause mind you, if this was the last game, they don't typically stay there that night in another city. They leave as soon as the game over with. You know what I'm saying? So maybe they get there a day early and got time to go to the club before that. You're not going to the club by yourself. You're gonna go to the club with If I'm Rajon Rondo, I'm going to the club with Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody finna shoot us. Like,
Mm.
and hell, if that was actually a thing that was going to happen, wouldn't it have happened already all the time? Oh shit, nigga, my team really needs to win, and Ja Morant's coming to my town. I really want the Rockets to win. I'm finna go shoot Ja Morant. If that was gonna happen, it would have happened several times. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
nigga, come into my town, and I really love sports, and I really want my team to win. Fuck this other team. If a motherfucker had the opportunity to do that shit, they would, or any type of inclination to do it, they would have done it by now, and it hasn't happened.
Do him like they did that skateboarding bit. Somebody come by with a 2x4.
It's skateboarding. This nigga said
Not
skateboard.
skateboarding.
Ice
Uh,
skating, nigga. I
ice
forget
skate.
that
Yeah,
bitch name. Somebody hit
hmm
me with that reference at the gas station. That's why I learned it. Tanya Harding. Why do I know that bitch name? It's something like that. That shit
Was
crazy.
that the bitch that did that whose boyfriend hit her or whose leg?
I can't remember which one it is. I think it's the one that they got hit. The Tanya
Yeah,
Harding story.
it's Tanya something about that. First name sounds
Cause I
familiar.
mean that would be fucked up if the biggest name was the girl who who cheated. That's fucked up. We can't remember. Nah, cause I think girl, the Tanya chick was gonna be the one who gets the slot, and she was, we had high hopes for her to win and shit like that. But the other girl, the second girl who was the backup or whatever, got her boyfriend or somebody to hit the bitch in the shin with a metal pipe. Fuck, bro, that shit was. I'm sorry, that shit was fucking hilarious. The way she screamed.
How was that hilarious? Oh, she.
Bro, it was like some damn near some Family Guy. It reminded me. She screamed, bro. Like like I said, yeah, it's probably not supposed to be funny, but it was kind of funny, bro. Yeah, so name Tanya Harding. I want to see the video. Hear it, bro. This is funny, bro. I'm sorry, this shit is fucking funny. Window capture. Right there.
Oh yeah, she's made behind the curtain.
Why? There it is. That's what was funny. Why? 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 I like, bitch.
Her face. So dramatic. With, I mean, it's a pipe.
Something really, really hard.
Trying to figure out why this nigga smacked her.
Help me.
She say, help me. There's four paramedics around you trying to help you. And then she asking the dumbest question in the world. Why? Bitch, you finna go to the Olympics and somebody else wanted to go. What do you mean why? Fucking why?
So,
I knew there was a reason that shit was funny to me. That shit was funny, nigga. I don't give a shit. That shit was funny.
play it back. Play it back.
That shit was, look, I'm sure that shit hurt like a motherfucker. It was something really hard and black. It was really hard.
I don't know, some hard black stick. Something really, really hard. Help me. We're gonna get you next right
Did the guy go get outside?
Her face.
Went down that way.
She couldn't gas.
Huh?
She couldn't catch her breath.
Bitch was in shock, bro. That bitch, look, like I say, that shit, I'm sure that shit hurt like a motherfucker. I'd have hit my shin on many toe hitches, nigga. And that shit hurt like a summer bitch. But it's just funny how she reacted. Why? Why? Because I know that's the only thing that was on her mind. Like, dude, I'm fixing to, tomorrow is the day I'm finna go. I'm finna perform, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm finna represent for my country. It's finna go down, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Pack on bitch Friday. But yeah, that's it. I can't say she overreacted. She just reacted funny. That shit was funny. Like, all I can say. Now, moving on, unless you got something to say about that. Moving on. Why in the fuck did D Wade and Gabrielle Union get a motherfucking award, bruh? A NAACP award. First of all, just like Black History Month, I'm sick of the NAACP too, goddammit. I'm sick of the shit. I don't support their ass because they don't support my ass. They never did. Fuck the NAACP, bro. Like I'm not a charity person at all, so I don't believe in no charities, bro. Because the numbers and where the money goes is not transparent ever. It's never been. It's never been transparent. So I don't understand how people are check off this box over the years of donating to charity. What did you donate to, bro? You put some money in somebody's pocket somewhere that you didn't intend to. That's what the fuck you just did. Guaranteed. So, what do you think the NAACP gave these niggas an award for? It's like a humanitarian or humane or something like that, right? What do you think it's for?
Like a humanitarian award, because they all the stuff with their tranny son or daughter.
There you go, buddy.
Yeah, that's what I thought it'd do.
There you go, bud. Is that not fucking absurd? Because a 15-year-old, I think they might have given the award to the 15-year-old. I seen Wade and Union up there on the stage with 2 trophies. But the wording of what I read was that they gave it to old dude thing girl whatever.
Because now legally it's whatever it wants to be called.
Right, legal. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's what happened. It became legally official.
But I'm like, they're 15. I can't even change my name at 15. Like, but you can change your gender.
Right, you would have to get emancipated to change your name, huh?
Yeah.
That shit fucking crazy, bro. But like, when it comes to the whole, I don't like to point every finger all the time at the, they trying to demasculate the black man type thing. I don't like to point a finger at it in every situation, but there is something to that, bro. To some degree, bro. There is something to it. And for the NAACP to fucking lean into a humanitarian award for this, bro, I not only disagree, I emphatically disagree, and deplorable. This is a deplorable thing to do, nigga. This is terrible. Like this. Not only are you condoning the whole, demasculinity thing, you're condoning children to make this decision.
Yeah.
You're praising a 15-year-old for making this decision.
This nigga can't even go to war. This nigga can't even drive a car. But he
Motherfucker,
can decide he a female or a male.
that's wild, bro. And what's okay? And what's the problem with if he feel that way and he's right? So be it. You got the rest of your life ahead of you.
Mm-hmm.
Do that shit later. You got the rest of your life ahead of you, bro.
Cause nigga, 15, you 15 right now. You're not gonna like the same things when you're 21.
I.e., there's a little story right here.
Ruby began identifying as male at 13 years old. Now, 21, she'd been planning to have surgery to remove her breasts. But in May, she made the decision to come off testosterone and detransition to identify as female, her sex at birth. She doesn't want to be identified, so we've changed her name.
I figured it would be better for me to try to deal with my gender dysphoria in a different way, rather than permanently changing my body.
How much support did you feel was out there for you when you came to this conclusion?
I didn't feel like there was any support out there, other than like a few friends online.
Ruby now feels her eating disorder
That's wild, bro, because, like, this shit creates a whole nother fucking problem, right? A whole nother demographic. Because, first of all, you're not accepted because you feel like you're gay or you feel like you're a different gender, right? You go through with that shit, change your gender, because, and everybody's trying to help you change your gender now. Everybody's with that. That's what's on board right now, right?
Yeah.
Fluidity with that is full. Like, even the doctors are on board. They trying to get you to do it. But now, years later, you realize it was a mistake and you want to go back. Now you're shunned almost in the same way that you were shunned for thinking you was gay in the very first place. And now don't nobody want to help you detransition. Cause that shit is hard too. That's like, we figured out how to transition motherfuckers, but detransition is a little sketchy. And now you even more weird. Now you just a mutilated fuck who got a fake dick that used to have a fake pussy and you had a dick in the first place. That shit is weird, bruh. That shit is the weirdest of weird, bruh. Like, when did they stop leaning into this shit and just let motherfuckers figure it out? Like, they don't need no help figuring this shit out. Let the motherfuckers do this shit on their own, bruh. Don't. If you got the money to transition, do that shit. Let rich people who got the money to do that shit, make those mistakes. You know what I'm saying? And then let y'all be the guinea pigs for the rest of us peasants. If we got folks like that want to do that shit, now they know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? But like, nah, fuck all that shit. Let Bruce Jenner do that shit.
Yeah. That's why he ain't do it. He's scared too. He's scared to cut off his dick.
Oh, he ain't never cut off his dick?
Nope.
What? What?
He just a tranny. He likes to dress. He ain't trying to go all
What?
the way. He want to be in the middle.
Don't he got titties?
Yeah, he got titties. As long as he cut his dick off.
He didn't cut that schlong off. Man, I thought he been cut that thing off. I thought he been cut that little old white willy off. You mean to tell me that only further supports my theory? My theory that perhaps he's not really gay and he never really wanted to be a woman. It's just he used to be an Olympian and transitioned off of all of them steroids and testosterone replacement that he was on to cheat in the Olympics. Now has fucked up his body and he don't produce testosterone properly. So his balance is wrong and there's more estrogen in his body that makes him feel that way. And it's not really his inclination. Because they say bodybuilders have went through that too. People who was lifelong bodybuilders who took steroids and shit like that, and they get off of that shit, and they feel real feminine. You know what I mean? They're like that nigga in the longest yard. They were touching out on his Kevin Nash, yeah, from the WWF. That nigga took them they replaced the nigga steroids with some estrogen. That nigga in that hole. I think that makes a lot of sense.
Never mind. She said she didn't cut it off. They just turned it into a vagina.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's what they do. Okay. So yeah, he did. Okay. But either way, that's the initial theory with Brucey Bruce there. I think I heard that on the Rogan Experience. And I was like, damn, that shit. And I looked it up, and there were some bodybuilders who went through the same exact shit. Like, they transitioned after bodybuilding. Like, how do you go from being the manliest looking of men to now wanting to be a bitch? Like, that's gonna be hard. They probably got the hardest transitions, nigga. That's the swollest bitch I ever seen in my life. You will never look like no female, nigga. Niggas bodybuilding at 220 pounds and shit.
Ugh.
Nigga got 220 pounds of muscle and want to transition into a female. What female are you, nigga? Nigga, you do cage fighting. We can only put you in there with Chris Cyborg, nigga. In China. What the fuck China at? That bitch used to be a man. I used to be convinced. I said, man, that bitch was a
She
man.
died, man.
Yeah, all them goddamn steroids. I bet she is dead in the motherfucker. Her dick been dead.
Yeah, she was on a whole bunch of drugs too. Killed her.
Steroids are drugs. You don't be
No, but I
mixing
mean,
drugs.
yeah, Vicodin. I forgot what other shit.
You need all that shit because one drug begets another drug. Her back hurting from working out too long on them damn steroids. Her head hurting from the side effects. She got to take some perks to some Vicodins and shit to calm herself down. And
And taking all them ring bumps and shit.
then you got the old Eddie Guerrero effect. What's his name?
Yeah, Eddie Guerrero.
Chris Benoit.
Bro,
Chris Benoit. Yeah, buddy.
that man went crazy.
Uh-oh.
Let me get a double burger.
This nigga Blue.
Man, I said with cheese.
Man, I said with cheese. That nigga Blue silly, boy. Blue got beef on the internet, nigga. Blue been beefing with a
Come
nigga.
on, man. We supposed to be brothers.
Blue been beefing.
That's vitamin C. Vitamin C. Music showing by Music TV was good.
What's good, G?
Man, I said with cheese.
Music Sean by Music TV.
What
We out here.
What time is it?
We out here, nigga. Straight like that. Oh. Motherfucking, you seen the Chris Rock?
The Chris Rock stand up? No, I haven't seen it. I've seen a couple of bits of it where he talks about Will Smith.
Are you a Chris Rock fan?
Huh?
Are you a Chris Rock fan? Do you know? Are you like familiar with his work?
Yeah, I mean, I seen his stand up. I mean, I don't really think he's that funny, but I do watch him.
Bro, we're friends for a reason. We friends for a reason. Chris Rock ain't never been funny to me, bro. Like one bit.
Like you said last time, he's just corny. It's just, I guess that's what makes it funny. But like, it's not like, oh, I'm dying.
There's elements of funny to him, but like, and then like the white part. There's some white parts about him that he can ghetto-fy enough for black people to understand. Like my favorite Chris Rock joke is black people don't like niggas. Like you think like white people, you think y'all don't like niggas? Black people really don't like niggas. Like, and I even felt like then when I heard it, as much as I liked it, I felt like he could have used some better examples than the movie theater and shit. Motherfucker shooting at the screen. I'm like, shooting at the screen. Like that's extreme as fuck. But like there was real things you could have said. Like that was bitch done brought her baby to the motherfucking theater and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like bitch on the phone with a goddamn babysitter, or, you know, some more realistic things. Ain't nobody shooting at the fucking screen, bro. Like, it's like Chris Rock shit is so. And by the way, I am on his side. Him versus Will Smith. Will Smith had no business going on stage slapping that nigga. I know why he did it. I know why he did it, but he ain't had no business going on stage. Slapping no nigga that's 5'8", my nigga. Like,
You know, like the smallest nigga.
yeah. And even though I didn't even play into that, I felt like whoever it was, because I feel like I understand Will Smith's reasoning behind it. Not that he was right. I feel like whoever it was, he would have did it. But it's a hell of a lot easier to do it to a nigga half your size. So I am on Chris Rock's side with the shit. I just wish that nigga was funny. That nigga is not funny, bro. Like he's smart. He's intelligent. And I like some of his points and some of his concepts that he comes up with on stage. But you can look at Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle's kind of like the same type of dude he a nigga, but like he like understands the white culture so very well. Like he was engulfed in it, but he can translate it back to the black community. You know what I'm saying? Patrice O'Neal was another one of them dude being from Boston. Like, he was like that too. You can tell they have I won't even say heavily influenced by white people. They have a balanced American culture. Whereas, most black people, hell, even yourself, urban people in general, just like urban shit, most of the shit you like is either black or Mexican, right? Like, there's not a lot of shit about you that I can say is just really white. The fact that y'all aren't behind on your mortgage, that's the whitest thing about you. Like this, you know what I'm saying? But I don't have anything, just like that white. But I feel like I'm a more of a well-rounded American culture, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just an American, bro. I feel like that's what Chris Rock is too, but he ain't got enough swag to bring it out the way Patrice O'Neal and Dave Chappelle does. Chris Rock's comedy is like, there's certain things white people joke about. Like, one of the reasons I don't like Tosh.0 or like hacky white comedy people, because they'll do like the dead baby jokes and the cliche ass, you know what I mean? Chris Rock went on about dead babies in this one for like 10 minutes, bro. And like, I'm not saying it wasn't funny at all. The shit was kind of funny, but like, it was white funny. It wasn't like knock your socks off black funny. It was like Chris Rock does like all of the fucking shit about white comedy that I hate, and he puts it in his black context. Like, people are saying like he inclines his fucking act for white laughs, and I fucking totally agree. Like, even though I like the black people don't like niggas joke, that's the bulk of that nigga's material is leaning into the cheap, easy shit that white people gonna laugh at. And trust me, bro, I had plenty of white friends, bro, and I know I can get a cheap ass laugh talking about some Kool-Aid, but I'm not finna dwell there. It's just an opener. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna sit there and let a motherfucker laugh at me while I think they laughing with me. No, nigga, absolutely not. And plus, I think I'm a lot more clever to come up with something more clever than that type of shit. And that nigga, that whole, like I said, it ain't trash. It's just a strong B. A strong B minus. I could have done without seeing it, honestly. He basically did exactly what I thought he was gonna do on that bitch, and I could have just closed my eyes and dreamed and did a little daydream, and I'm like, okay, I watched it. It's just basically what you thought he was gonna do. Classic low ball, Chris Rock jokes, and then he gonna talk about the slap. And he go in on the slap, you know what I'm saying? But he go in on that bitch, again, on some cliche shit. Just really attacking Jada more than really talking about the Will Smith shit. Like, he really just attacking Jada, which, how many jokes has there been out there about Jada? Like, you didn't bring us anything really new. Everybody that had all of, like, the memes, there was no memes that could be created off of what he said. But the memes about Jada and Will Smith were profoundly funnier than any point he brought up about Jada and Will Smith. Like, the memes that average Joes like me and you made sitting in our house and put out into the zeitgeist were funnier than the shit he said. But if you look at Dave Chappelle, how many memes created off of Dave Chappelle shit? How many one line do you get off of Dave Chappelle? Even the "so I kicked her in the pussy." That's some kind of white shit, but it's so fucking nuanced. It's so different and so new. Nigga, I'm gonna give you the punchline before this, and I'm gonna still get you. You know what I'm saying? Like, the concept of that shit overall was unheard of, and the way he does it, I feel like you can get memes out of what Dave said because he brought up new context. Or he looked at it in a certain way that nobody else looked at it. He got A and B, and he puts it together to make C, a C that you should have been able to put together, but you're not clever enough to. That's what makes Dave Chappelle so fucking great, because he can put two things together that you already knew, and make something that you couldn't make. I'm like, damn, why didn't I think of that shit? Chris doesn't never really give me that feeling.
But he just points out obvious.
Goes for the cheap laughs. And like
Uh,
and goes for the cheap laughs. And it's like people point out that most of the rooms he do is predominantly white people. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why his career is where it is right now, because he does the cheap white people jokes. That the jokes that almost validate people's racism. Like when you say, man, this nigga's moving into my neighborhood, driving my property value down. Like, it's kind of cringy, bro. Like to say that to a bunch of white people, to reaffirm what they already think is true, and it is true to some degree because of the way the world is, and to reinforce that shit is kind of lame to me, bro. For a cheap, because that laugh is not clever. The property value in my city, in my neighborhood is going down. That's your joke, bro. That's clever. Like that's low ball. That's low hanging fruit. That's low hanging fruit, bro. I wish that nigga was funnier to really be on his side more. You know what I mean? But that shit was fucking. I wasted my time watching it. I'm not gonna lie. Creed 3 was much better. Creed 3 was much, much better. People got their criticisms about that one too, though. But the only criticism I heard about that shit was they should have built up Jonathan Major's storyline more. Which I can agree with that too. There's not enough, but there's not enough time to build it the way we really wanted it to, because that nigga just now popped up on the movie scene. Like, for it to have built the proper way, he should have been mentioned in the previous Creed. You know what I'm saying? Or been there from the beginning, but it's just not how it worked, because he wasn't in Hollywood the way he was when Creed 2 was around. So
it could be because I think this the first one Michael B. Jordan directed, so it was like his own. So it wasn't gonna happen.
Well, I don't think that takes anything away from it or puts anything more into it. I think the number one thing about it is just adding Jonathan Majors. It's just the whole movie, like the whole idea, what I'm trying to say is, the whole thing is a coulda, shoulda, woulda. Like, man, if we had known Jonathan Majors was going to look this good like a boxer and such and be this big in Hollywood, we would have done Creed. We would have started Creed 3 now. That would have been Creed 1. You feel me? Like, we would not have even tried to throw him in, but he's so perfect for the role and the position. The concept is so perfect that even though it's hella late, we going to try to do it anyways. And, we just going to tell everybody that he was here the whole time. Like, that right there in and of itself is a flaw. But if you're going to go ahead and do this, which I think they should or should have, I think they were right to go ahead and do it. You can only tell it the best way you can. The only thing that would have made the movie better to me is if he would have been there in the past, but you can't go back to the past, right?
Yeah.
People saying like his daughter is in the movie. His daughter's deaf. Michael B. Jordan's daughter is deaf. And they kind of making her be like the next prospect and shit. Even though she's only like 5 years old, she in the ring like boxing like this is gonna be her dream too.
Mm-hmm.
And all of that part of the movie was completely useless. That's what everybody's saying. Like, that shit was completely useless. I don't take away from it. I still give the movie a solid 8 out of 10. And maybe if they took that out, a 9 out of 10. If they take that out and add more to Jonathan Major's story, it can be a 9. It can't be a 10 out of 10 because Jonathan Majors is added into the series too late. I just wish he would have been in there earlier. Now, the reason why I don't take away from it too much, the deaf daughter thing, is because what if Creed 4 or 5 is going to be about her?
Mm-hmm.
This is what I would have wanted. An introduction earlier, for the same reason I'm criticizing Creed 3 now, is because Jonathan Majors wasn't in it earlier. So I can't take away from this movie because they putting the girl in here and showing us the girl, which could be eventually used to make a great movie later. And you know what I mean, I can't take that away from them because that's what I wanted from this one. Jonathan Majors being in Creed earlier, so make this a perfect movie. So I think they did. I think they did fine for what they could have. It couldn't have been any better to me, with regard to another movie being made. It could not have been any better than that. First time directing, dude did a good job, man. Michael B. Jordan did a good job. The acting was phenomenal.
Shit, you've been watching him since he was on The Wire.
Let me see. I didn't watch The Wire till I moved to Austin, bro. I didn't watch the Wire till I moved to Austin. Like right when I was meeting you was when I watched The Wire for the first time. Like when I met you.
Cause I didn't see him on The Wire. I saw him on Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, I finna say I was trying to see it. I'm like, nah, I don't think The Wire is where I saw that nigga first. I saw that nigga first somewhere else. It might have been Friday Night Light, the TV show. I'm not sure what else. I can't even remember. What's the
'Cause that
first?
was it. It was he did The Wire, and then he got picked up for Friday Night Lights.
But I feel like I seen him in something else prior to that. Like, not that I was a fan of the nigga like that. I wasn't a
Because
fan.
he talked about he was sad when they killed him off, and they
Hmm.
were like, "Nah, you'll find something, you'll find something." And he was like, "Nah, I don't know." And then the next thing you know, he started getting the call for Friday Night Lights tryouts.
Right. Oh, he was in Fantastic Four. He was in Fantastic Four.
Mhm.
Um, Fahrenheit 451.
That's not a real movie though. That's like a documentary.
Fahrenheit 451? Nah, nigga, that's a movie.
Oh no, that's I'm thinking about Fahrenheit 9/11.
I feel so you talking about Fahrenheit 11, nigga.
Yeah,
Why would Michael B. Jordan be in that?
yeah.
Fuck are you talking about, nigga? Uh, yeah, I think I seen it for the first time, maybe in Fantastic Four. And then other than that, I just heard his name a lot. Like you're not gonna forget a nigga named Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might have been it. Then I started watching when I moved to Austin, started watching The Wire. And realized that was him. But it wasn't like a, oh, that's Michael B. Jordan, because he wasn't shit when I moved to Austin necessarily. You know what I mean? It wasn't like, oh, that's Michael B. Jordan. It was just, oh, hey, Michael B. Jordan.
He came out in The Sopranos. He was in the episode of Cosby.
That nigga was in The Sopranos.
Yeah.
And what fucking episode of Cosby was he in? That nigga must have been young than a son of a bitch, nigga.
Yeah, this was back in 1999.
Yeah, I'm finna say, nigga, had to been late Cosby's, nigga, because that nigga was only like 13,
He was like 3.
14.
Nah, he was
I'm
more
saying he's
than
only
3
like
times.
13, 14 in The Wire. Like,
Yeah.
that was the beginning of his career, really. That nigga was
Yeah,
mad
The
young.
Wire, he was.
And Fruitvale Station was a movie that got a lot of credit to it. It was a low budget. I guess it was low budget, but it was
Yeah, 1999 is
underwatched.
when he was on Cosby, and then 2002 on The Wire.
Hmm. Yeah, boy, was a baby on The Wire, man.
He was on Boondocks too.
What he doing, Boondocks?
Uh, Pretty Boy Flizzy. He was the Pretty Boy Flizzy, the voice.
Vince Howard.
Love, Death, and Robots.
People was mad that he was black in Fantastic Four.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
He's supposed to be white. That's what I remember. But fuck all that shit.
He was also Cyborg for one of the Justice League
Yeah,
movies, the
yep, yep,
cartoon movies.
yep, yep. Julian Chase. Man, I want to see, and not that he can't do it. I need to see this nigga be Black Panther. Just make this nigga the next Black Panther, bro. And just make Killmonger the Black Panther, bro.
Oh yeah.
Fuck the bullshit, bro. I don't give a damn. I don't know where the comic books end. I don't know where the comic book go after his little sister take the mantle for a little while. I don't know who becomes the next Black Panther after T'Challa, but I'll take Killmonger. I'll take him. Unless y'all want to bring Jonathan Majors in or Idris Elba, I'll take it. y'all want to bring Idris Elba in, but nah, you can't really do that because Idris Elba is in Thor. His Heimdall. Or Heimdall.
Yeah, he's the gatekeeper, right?
Yeah, the navigator.
He on the rainbow.
The
But then he
Bifrost. He fucks with the Bifrost. What the fuck rainbow you talking about?
Is that the bridge?
Yeah, the Bifrost. It's not a fucking rainbow.
It's a rainbow, man. That's a fucking rainbow.
Man, that sound like some faggoty ass shit. It ain't no rainbow. It's mostly white anyways. This nigga said rainbow. You talk about the Bifrost that way. Yeah, but Heimdall. Yeah, man. Yeah. So he can't be the Black Panther. He gotta stay at the gates. But I'll take a Jonathan Majors. Let's get a side by side Jonathan Majors and new Black Panther with Killmonger, Michael B. Jordan, and they'd be like, "Oh, I'll take it." The niggas on the same team. I'll take it. That'll be my modern day Power Rangers. Goddamn. So, Mr. Ryan Garcia. I hate listening to these old ass sons of bitches. Like fucking Roy. What? I think Roy might have been talking about Ryan Garcia too. No, he might have been talking about Jake Paul. I can't remember who the fuck he was talking about. But these niggas are so into this social media and oh my god, you see what a name he's making for himself. Oh my god, he's making such a name for himself. Look at all the followers he got. I'm like, dude, that shit is not translating into ticket sales. How are you not seeing this shit? And how are you even praising this nigga for being a glamour boy and ain't fighting no fucking body? Ryan Garcia ain't fought nobody, bro.
That's how I get how he called himself King Ryan Garcia. King of what, nigga?
Where did you even get that shit? Like, where did you even get that shit, bro? King Ryan, okay. That sounds cool. Maybe he obviously just did it because it sounds cool. But nigga, you are not like Bernard Hopkins was one of the latest dudes to get this nigga his props. Talk about the way he's going is right and shit like that, but had the audacity to criticize Tank Davis. Nigga, Tank take every fight you put in front of him. Everybody that we wanted to see this nigga fight, they nigga fight. So what the fuck is you talking about? Bro, you gonna praise the nigga who fighting the opposition? Or who not? You gonna praise the nigga who not fighting the opposition, and then like excoriate the dude who did the exact same thing you did in your career, Bernard Hopkins, which is fight the right competition? I don't know, like see, like they letting the numbers, the social media numbers, and the imaginary cloud their mind. Like nigga, this is still the same boxing format as when you was boxing, nigga. Fuck social media. Fuck ticket sales, fuck pay-per-view, fuck streaming, fuck all that shit. It's the same thing, nigga. You fight real fights or people not gonna respect you as much, bro. It looked like Ryan Davis getting respect. It looked like Jake Paul getting respect. But nobody that actually loves boxing are respecting these niggas. Why? Because we're not seeing you fight the dudes who have a name that's of a comparable size to yours. You're not even putting pressure on dudes to where they have to deny the shit. There's been plenty of dudes that turned down the Tank Davis fight. Oh, and plenty of powers that be that want to stop it too. You know what I mean? Especially when it come to two black dude fighting that's finna, they'll just, that ain't gonna sell. That ain't gonna sell. If it ain't a foreign name nigga in that bitch or a Mexican nigga in that house, Mexican name in that bitch, that they gonna say it's not gonna sell. That's why fights don't get made, because it's not a Latino, Hispanic name in that bitch, or it's not a foreigner name in that bitch. Because at least if it's a foreigner, you can get his hometown money too for the pay-per-view. You know what I mean? Even if it's not that big of a fight. And then what makes a big fight in general, Mexicans. Mexicans are gonna show up and buy the pay-per-view all the time, every time. That's why Mexicans like rule boxing. I finna say boxing. But that's the formula. It's just like in anything, like in music, they'll put the money behind whoever got the clout already rather than the person who's got the better songs. Same thing in boxing. They're gonna make the fight that they think the people want to see, when the actual people really want to see this fight over here. The numbers just might not be as big as what they want, but that's what's gonna lead into bigger numbers if you making the right fights. Make the better fights. Ryan Garcia got 100 million followers and sell 10,000 tickets. Like, how the fuck that work? That nigga ain't selling out no motherfucking venues. Ryan Garcia couldn't sell out a Pizza Hut, nigga. Like, I don't understand. Like, I understand why he doing it, because I mean he's seemingly getting all the praise and the credit without having to put his neck out there. Fuck it. This is the first time he's really putting his neck out there. He didn't expect Luke Campbell to be a fight where he would be putting his neck out there, but Luke Campbell damn near took that nigga neck. And that's the only fight Ryan been challenged in. Luke got on that. I'm talking about Luke got on that nigga ass. I'm pretty sure I've showed you that fight at least once. Where Luke put him down. Luke Rocco's, I think he overseas dude. Put Ryan on his ass, boy. I'm talking about, and I mean like red the shit. It wasn't no lucky punch. Red Ryan's slow-footed ass. And bow, put him on his ass. Ryan got back up, showed some heart right there though. And I think finished the dude off. Or if not, finished the fight. But You can't, just like I was trying to say with Jake Paul, if he's never been tested, I can't tell you how good he is. Ryan has been rarely tested, so it's hard for me to tell you how good he's going to be. I've seen Tank in deep waters. I've seen Devin Haney in deep waters. I've seen, I've even seen Frank Martin. I think his name Frank Martin. It's a younger dude on the way up. He's been in some type of deep waters, but it was just with worse competition. Cause I really want to be able to say I've seen Jerron Ennis in deep waters, but his competition level is just, it needs to be top tier. He can't be put in deep waters by nobody but like Errol Spence. Like that's what I need to see. And until we get shit like that, but I think he gonna be a household name. But until we get there, he ain't gonna be no household name. Terrence Crawford need to entertain the fight with this nigga. Jerron Boots, Ennis, Mexican got on boots, Ennis. That's what the fuck I want to see, my nigga. I want to see my boy Jerron Ennis come up and be the #1 contender or be the champion. He was #1 contender at one point in time. I think he was Errol Spence's mandatory, but I don't know what the fuck happened with that. I think they're going to make him his mandatory again. But it's fucking boxing is a stressful sport to be a fan of, bro. It's a fucking stressful ass sport, bro.
Too many people that don't want to fight each other.
Cause Floyd fucked up everything. Everybody wants to have that O. Everybody wants that O. It's like your career is over with. You get one L. We're never gonna get Hagler versus Hearns again. We're never gonna get, Hopkins. We're never gonna get these fights like that again, bro. Mayweather, Leonard. We're never gonna get this shit again.
Shit, you see that video I sent you about Haney? He started fighting in Mexico.
Vaguely familiar. Go on.
Yeah, Devin Haney, I guess, because he couldn't fight pro. He wanted to fight pro early.
Oh, starting his career out. Yeah. I didn't watch that video, but yeah, I know that. Yeah, he got his boxing start in Mexico, but that's smart, dude. That's why Mexicans control boxing. Like, you don't have a big fight unless you got a Mexican name in that bitch. Mexicans take boxing seriously, nigga. It's just like fucking Brazil and MMA. Like, Michelle Sundin was talking shit to Wanderlei Silva and Anderson Silva and shit like that. They wanted to kill that nigga. Like, he needed extra security when he went to Brazil because they gonna kill that nigga Chael Sonnen. They take boxing seriously in Mexico the way they take it seriously in MMA seriously in Brazil. Like, it's like that. So you got
Haney was fighting in like just bars, like little spots, like
yeah. In bars. Like, we ain't got shit like that. You're not finna just go fight in no bar. Somebody better shut your head down. This is not Fight Club, nigga. You are not motherfucking what's his name? I said George Clooney. I was gonna say George fucking Clooney.
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt. I was gonna say George fucking Clooney. Can you imagine his old ass in Fight Club? That would be hilarious. George Clooney. George Clooney ain't meant to be fighting nobody.
Man, too quick.
Ngannou. I heard Ngannou say, I was watching his reaction to the John Jones Here Gone fight.
Mm.
And, like everybody, he was, surprised at the length of the fight and shit like that. And the interviewer went on to ask him, so, did you want a fight with John Jones and shit like that? Asking him his stuff on that since now he's gone out the UFC. And, Francis alluded to, yeah, I would wanted to fight, such and so forth. It would have been an admirable challenge type shit. But, it's not going to happen, unfortunately, or whatever. He said, I hope everybody gets what they want. I got what I want. What did you get, nigga? That's my question. What in the fuck did you get? You're unemployed, nigga. You wanted to be unemployed? This displays a fundamental misunderstanding of business on Ngannou's side, bro. How did you get what you want? Like, what did you okay, you understand you're an independent contractor. There's no promoters hiring him. He's not under UFC no more. And the main reason he wanted to leave UFC is I think it was one of three things. He either wanted more pay, like meaning at least $1 million per fight, so he can get paid like boxers. He wanted that, or he wanted a UFC contract that allowed him to go boxing, or he wanted to just be let go in general, so that he could pursue a contract that's going to pay him multi-millions per fight, or allow him to do MMA and boxing. That's what he wanted. He got none of those things. All he got is cut. All he got is cut. And now that he's cut, this is why I say he made a huge mistake, because now you can no longer leverage your position. Only position you have is your muscles now. You had a huge piece of leverage when Tyson Fury wanted to box the heavyweight champion of the MMA UFC world. You are no longer that. Right? So what if John Jones says, hey, Tyson, I'll fight you. I got the belt now. Completely overstep Ngannou. Fuck what you was talking about, nigga.
But they won't let him fight him.
He let Conor do it.
Oh, he did, right?
He let Conor do it. He let Conor out of his contract to fight Floyd Mayweather. Not saying he's gonna do it. They're not gonna do it. John would not. Why be an undefeated person and take an L somewhere else for no reason? He's not gonna do that, right? But all I'm saying is that's how important the position of that belt was. You're not the champion anymore, so it's gonna quickly get to the point to where nobody cares. You see what I'm saying? Because there's plenty swole ass niggas out there. You only matter if you're a swole ass active fighter. Like, there's plenty swole ass niggas out there that can probably knock somebody out if they got a good swing and a good land. You have to swing and land, which means you have to be employed by somebody who employs you for swinging and landing. You have none of this going on right now, bro. So I don't understand where you think he thinks he's doing something holding out. He don't understand how America works, buddy. What have you done for me lately? You don't get it, brother. If somebody has more money than you and you doing negotiations, you take the highest number you can get without them taking it all off the table. Once they take it all off the table, you lose the negotiation, nigga. Like you're supposed to try to get as close to multi-millions as you can without spooking them away from the table and negotiation in general. You spooked them away from the whole goddamn negotiation. Now to the point to where Dana White says he'll never be back in the UFC.
Yeah, I tried to tell you. I saw that last time.
I mean, he said that, but I don't believe it. You told me that. I don't believe it though. I'm saying there's always some money to be made, and don't be surprised 3-4 years from now if he signs him back.
Yeah, I mean, Vince McMahon said he would never sign the Ultimate Warrior. He brought that nigga back. Then the next thing you know, this nigga died.
Right. Dana has said never before too, even though he likes to say I never say never. He said never and reneged on that shit before. It just depends on if Ngannou is apologetic and wants to play ball a little bit. You got to play ball. You like Ngannou again with the lack of understanding of this economic structure here in America. He thought, oh, these dudes ain't getting paid in the UFC. I will just hold out and tell them, hey, I ain't fighting unless I get $1 million. You don't understand. Unless everybody does that at once, that shit don't work, nigga. What you end up is unemployed.
Yeah, it's the next man up over here, nigga.
You might as well be working at Walmart, nigga. I want a raise. I want to be making $20 an hour. Okay, sir. I hear you. Come into this office here. Sign this paper. Oh, I'm finna make $20,000. I'm finna make my $20 million. Fired. You've been terminated. That's all you get, bro. That's all the fuck you get.
The dumb part is, if he don't get nothing soon, he gonna have to come back to Dana White, and Dana White not gonna offer him the same thing he gave him before. He gonna offer him
that's
less.
If like and that's not gonna happen right away. Like I say, 3-4 years down the line, maybe, but he's gonna have to exhaust all options. I imagine PFL get that nigga $1 million. $2, $3, $4, $5 million. PFL get that nigga $1 million per fight. They will. But Ngannou is not really UFC quality, bro. The UFC quality is breaking down. So he could go to Bellator or PFL and meet somebody who got a well-rounded grappling game and get fucked up over there. And not only based off of y'all past experience with the UFC, would coming back to the UFC net you a way lesser price. Now that lesser price is going to go even less now because you've proven to not be well-rounded. If you go somewhere else and lose, and then try to come back to nah, bro. You might as well just put your career in the lockbox and put that and bury that over. It's over. You know what I'm saying? You can't go multiple fights without knocking somebody onto the planet Mars. You can't, because that's your whole shtick. You're not gonna become a world class black belt jiu-jitsu wrestler in the next 3 years and be able to compete with the likes of John Jones or somebody. You're not gonna do that. Boxing world's the same. You're not gonna in the next 3 years be a savant enough at boxing to be able to get to the top of boxing. It's not gonna happen. Deontay Wilder would look like Floyd Mayweather if he was fighting against Francis Ngannou. Like, that's how sharp his boxing skills would look. Because Francis Ngannou has 0 boxing skills.
And he don't like getting hit. That's all you got.
And he
That's all
really does not like getting hit. Deontay Wilder probably don't mind, but Deontay Wilder's so long that he rarely has to worry about it. And every time you hit Deontay Wilder, that nigga starts swinging hard. Deontay Wilder will knock Ngannou into the 4th row, nigga. Wow. Yeah, I think that nigga just, I mean, if you look up in the dictionary, missed the bag, picture of Francis Ngannou. Picture of Francis Ngannou, nigga. You have no representation over here, no backing, bro. No nothing. You're so unknown that you can't even get your mother a fucking visiting visa to come over here, bro, and watch you fight live. You can't even, like, you have 0 pull, bro. You ain't got no connections. You cut off your fucking trainer who knew a little something about the shit. Cut him off because he was talking to you realistically. He goes train Cyril Gahn, the nigga that you got to fight now. That nigga Ngannou tripping, bro. It's a fundamental misunderstanding of American economics, bro. This is not how it works. You can start putting big boss moves once you make a big boss name. But until then, my nigga, like, it's not happening. You can't just be over there eyeing boxing, but you married to UFC, bro. That's foul, my nigga. That's foul, bro.
And not do either one.
And well, he wants to do boxing, but he's looking at boxing the way he's looking at UFC contract. He's kind of trying to do a Jake Paul, just try to rise to the top of boxing, and that's the only thing I want. I don't want nothing else. No, nigga, you need to be able to entertain other shit too, bro.
Well, he trying to get a big fight name, but people are like, nigga, you need like a tune-up, nigga. We don't know if you can even hang with a top name.
Nah, that doesn't. If you talking about going into it real time as a regular boxer, yes, that matters. But that's not what he's trying to do. Like, what he was trying to do was some Jake Paul shit, some Floyd Mayweather, McGregor shit, right? But that hinges 100% off of him being the champion in UFC. It's not a fight if it's just a big. Hey, yo, appreciate the sub, Ray 370. It's not a fight if it's just a regular swole ass dude who has no title versus the best boxer in this era. It's not a fight. It makes it seem like
the title, right?
Huh?
He left being the champ, so I feel
you
like
got
it's
to.
Okay.
You got to be left. You got to lead the champ, but you feel like it's okay to what?
I mean, he left the title behind, but he still left as the champ. He left the UFC as champ, so.
Right, but it doesn't matter. There's not a promotion behind you. You feel me? Like, if we're marketing this fight, it looks better on the poster to have the WBC belt in Furious and then the heavyweight champion belt of UFC on the other side. If not, and it's just a random dude, you know what I'm saying, fixing to fight a dude who's a champion, It doesn't make any sense. I understand what you're saying. It's like, oh yeah, we still look at him as the champ. No, not really. Not necessarily. Because after now there's been 2 champs since he's gone. Cyril Gahn got the championship. Or no, he didn't really get the championship. They just fought for the vacant. But there's multiple people because now Stipe is going to step up into it. The more that happens and keeps happening, the further we're going to distance ourselves from thinking champion when it comes to Ngannou.
But I would say like he's still the undisputed champ because nobody beat him.
He's not undisputed. He was never undisputed. You can't be undisputed if John Jones is a heavyweight.
But John Jones just became a heavyweight, no?
It doesn't matter. That's where he was going to fight next. And until he fights, and until you fight him, you can't be undisputed. And then, well, yeah, I won't go into that. I'm saying, then undisputed in MMA is kind of, because, I mean, ain't nobody in heavyweight going to fight Fedor Emelianenko because he's not coming to the UFC. And then if you look at Adesanya, he's not going to fight MVP Michael Venom Page because he's not going to come to UFC. But whatever. It is technically undisputed because UFC is the #1 franchise.
Because, I mean, I even though like wrestling's fake, like when the champion leaves one company, even though they can't take that same ring name, they still take like that cachet. If they left champ,
you're doing it again, Miguel. See, we're not just talking business. We're talking actual competition, and you're trying to bring. That's where I be getting on your ass. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Those are just titles over there. Literally just names. Okay? Undisputed, that's all bullshit. You can't be undisputed in fake wrestling because they made you undisputed. You like if y'all all just got in a real Royal Rumble and just see who the toughest nigga was, it would not be John Cena or Triple H or Stone.
I mean like the cachet of being champ
right.
Still carries over.
But you're right, but those are all fake titles because you're not really undisputed. You're not really a champ because you didn't really beat up everybody. You see what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, those terms don't exist in that world. Undisputed means there's not a person in my division that can beat me, and I've proven that because I beat them all. You feel me? Oh.
Something like, well.
Yeah, you have to actually be competing for the word undisputed or champion to actually apply. Unless you're talking about in a business standpoint, you be like, well, the champion over here makes this percentage of money and the champion over here makes that percent of money. I get you there. But if we're talking about just motherfucking the definition of undisputed, you can't be undisputed doing fake wrestling.
But, I mean, I feel like I still think it carries prestige that he left champion. But
what prestige would that carry? You left, nigga. You left. It would carry... What you're saying it carries some significance because now whoever is the champion in the UFC can't be really undisputed. It's not that important that Ngannou can't be undisputed because he's not even in the franchise, let alone didn't fight John Jones. It's now that whoever is in the UFC doesn't have the opportunity to face him. So he left and took something from the UFC, but he didn't gain anything for himself necessarily. You see what I'm saying? It's 2 different things. He didn't gain something by leaving the UFC. He just took something from the UFC. He himself is still in deep shit because he needs to find a fucking job.
Yeah.
And what he's doing now, there's no way for him to be looked at as any more of a badass guy or any more of a better fighter now. Because there's no more fights. There's no fights being made. You need fights and knockouts for people to keep raising your stock. Your stock will only go down now because you are not fighting anybody. Hitting the punching bag, that shit's not gonna work on your IG story and shit. That shit not gonna work. Lifting weights on your IG story is not gonna work. That's not gonna do anything.
Hope he started a couple other businesses, but I doubt you did.
I know he didn't, because if he did, he would understand business enough to have stayed with the #1 lucrative thing he had. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So now in the UFC, you got John Jones, because you can look at it like this. Maybe Francis left because John Jones was coming. That doesn't look good on his record. You know what I'm saying? John Jones, a guy who anybody who knows MMA would have beat the shit out of fucking Francis Ngannou, broke his arm off, broke his leg off, whatever, choked him the fuck out. It's gonna happen. He would have done to Francis Ngannou the same shit he did to Cyril Gane. Maybe not as fast, but he would do the same shit. Made them niggas look like they don't have any clue what they're doing on the mat.
But what's the UFC fighter that's got a podcast?
Which one?
Anthony
Smith.
watch.
Anthony Smith and Michael Bisping just got one. Chael
No,
Sonnen got one.
Chael Sonnen.
Uncle Chael.
He was talking. He was on Arari.
Ariel Helwani. Jesus Christ, nigga!
Yeah.
I wish you knew what the fuck he was talking about. But continue.
He was on that dude. He was talking about John Jones being juiced up.
Yeah,
like,
see
man,
that
I was
nigga
juiced
say
up
that
more
nigga
than
say.
Tupacana.
And Chael be full of shit though, bro. Like Chael is a liar when he wants to be.
No, yeah,
Because he'll admit it. He'll be like, John Jones is my arch nemesis, so I have a duty to make the story seem not that good in his favor and better in my favor. So he's like, I remember the first time I fought John Jones, when we first locked up, I said, God damn. Ooh, I know your secret, buddy. I know your secret because I'm on the juice too. He's like, there's no way he was that strong. Implying that just because Chael himself was on steroids, that he should have been able to be stronger than him. You can be on steroids, nigga. It don't matter. Sometimes it don't matter. If I'm on steroids, I'm supposed to be stronger than Francis Ngannou? No, it don't work like that. Steroids just gonna get me a little bit closer to how strong that nigga is. It doesn't mean that I'm just supposed to be stronger.
Sometimes somebody smaller than you that's naturally strong would be stronger than someone that's taking steroids.
Right. It's just everybody's different.
It's a small percentage, but it's possible. Nigga,
you seen two arms? Have you seen Two's biceps, bro? Like particularly his left arm. That nigga's shit I'm talking about look like Big Papa Pump, nigga. That nigga might be stronger than me upper body. I just wouldn't know because every time we work out, this nigga, like, he don't break a sweat. Like the first time he walked up on me in the gym and I was sweating, I had been there like 30 minutes, 35 minutes. He's like, damn, bro, you sweating? I look around like, nigga, it's a gym. you don't be sweating? He's like, nah, bro, just come here and give me a few. I'm like, what are you doing this for? What is the point? But I mean, I can't say much because this nigga's fucking arm swollen a bitch. So I'm like, shit, nigga. I think that shit's just genetic for him, though. He just looks swole. I don't know if he actually stronger than me, but that could very well be the case. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna say I do. Lil Mook, for sure stronger than me now. But growing up, his upper body was stronger than mine. And that nigga was really small dude. So it's just, that shit is different. And Chael has an inclination to make it, seem a certain way. Chael's a very good speaker, though. You seen Chael on Ariel Helwani, right?
Mm-hmm.
You watched the whole thing? Man, they just got you down in the fucking basement. They put you all the way down here in this basement? That's crazy. Like,
yeah,
I'm thinking myself, I'm like, Chael, you've been here before. What are you talking about? You've been here before, dude. At least once before. But that's just Chael. That right there let you know he's a bullshitter. He was just bullshitting. He was just trying to go on with something, right? Because he had been there, but he's acting like he had never seen it before. Nigga, you know damn well where this nigga was. And no, it's not a basement. It's actually a pretty nice part of New York, bro.
Yeah.
He was just bullshitting, bro. He's just full of shit.
But it's crazy that all them spots that do those podcasts, it's the same building. It's like a radio station, but for podcasting. They were
all of what podcast, nigga? They don't do everybody's podcast.
Not everybody.
They just do multiple shows, just like anything, nigga. All the shows you've watched growing up on ESPN was done in the same building. In the same room. When you watching Fox Sports, nigga, and they go from Skip and Shannon over there to fucking Colin Cowherd, they were literally 50 feet away from each other. Like they just turned the camera this way and started a whole new show. That's how every fucking production company works, nigga.
Because they had the Undertaker with Mike Tyson on Hotbox, and then they ended up finding out on the Tony Hawk podcast that Undertaker was next door, and so they started filming because he was about to wrap up, and he was like, "I'm gonna just stop through."
Yeah,
They're like, "I bet."
that's how it always been, bro. Like these motherfuckers ain't like when you buy a fucking room for a podcast, it's in a building, just like how Interactions was in. It's in a big ass building where folks can just come and go and buy businesses, you know, whatever. They
But I'm
just
guessing it'd be more like a music studio, no? Because they would have, you know, maybe
it's the
like
same thing. It's the exact same thing. So Interactions, we could have bought the room we was in for Interaction. We can buy that and make it a studio. You just take all the furniture out, nigga. You just take all the furniture out. We could also
Yeah.
buy it and make it a fucking venue where a boxing gym. We can make it a boxing gym. You take all the carpet out. It's that easy. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is what these places are. They're just rooms. And if you are gonna be sponsored by somebody, that sponsor has way more money, or be under a company. That company has enough money to buy an entire building and rent out the rooms like that. So they gotta pay for their rent. You know what I mean? But other than that, it's just like any shopping center. I'm not fixing to buy a property over here for this company. I buy property over there. I'm finna buy one building and all y'all motherfuckers can commute to work. Nigga, how about that?
But I guess Joe Rogan has his podcast stuff at his house, no? His ranch, whatever.
I mean, you can tell who's independent. Like Joe's obviously independent. He moves his shit wherever the fuck he wants to. I don't know where he's ever been, but I know he ain't in one of those situations where it's where he's sharing a studio with somebody else. He might have one point been in the building, but he not in the building with other podcasters.
Yeah, no.
He bought his own shit. He bought his own space, whatever the case might be. I'm pretty sure he probably do own the space that he does. Oh, they got I can't wait to see what his comedy club look like in Austin. You know, he been building a comedy club out there all these years.
Yeah, I heard that they were working on it when he moved down here.
Yeah, he pretty close. He pretty close to finishing it. And then my niggas I play PlayStation with, they love Kill Tony. My nigga Matt and Moses, they love Kill Tony, boy. That's that one thing out there in Austin where they let the amateur comedians come up and do like 5 minutes and shit like that.
Huh? I never heard that place.
You never heard of that shit? It's right there in
Mhm.
Austin, nigga. Joe be up there all the time. It's Tony Hinchcliffe. Yes, you have heard of this shit, bro.
The only one I know is Cap City Comedy. I didn't know they had other comedy clubs here.
Tony Hinchcliffe does a show where he lets comedians come up and he'll have it'll be Tony Hinchcliffe, Joe Rogan, and like two other famous motherfuckers. They do like a 5-minute set and then they sit there and critique them on their set.
Oh, yeah,
I know
okay,
you know, nigga. Like I know you
I've been
know.
watching that dude Uncle Laser, and he's from Austin, and he did one here.
Yes, we're on the same page now. Thank you. Welcome. That's good for comedy. It's hard for me to watch because I don't like listening to terrible comedians or hack comedians or people that are just trying to come up. I feel like I know the game too well to sit there and endure that shit. It's like if you write movies, if you're like a movie writer, right, a director or something, and you are supposed to sit there and watch shitty amateur movies in their entirety, you're not gonna want to. Like, it's like me doing music. I can't sit there and listen to every rapper who raps because I actually do music, bro. I hear all the places where you're trying to be something you're not and not embracing it. You know what I mean? Or not. It's just hard to not sit there and criticize the shit. It's cringy. Cringe-worthy. That's what it is. They're like, I can't watch no movie or no TV show. Not that I'm a director, but it's just once you think a certain way and you understand the tricks of the trade, it's hard to go back, brother. It's hard to go back and enjoy shit. Ray Ray asked me if I was playing Fallout 76. Ray 370, the last person that just subscribed. I guess this nigga seen that I was playing Fallout 76 on Twitch. Like, yo, man, you playing Fallout 76? No. In fact, I'm not. This was supposed to be put on Just Chatting. I will be playing Fallout 76 here in about 2 hours. Maybe an hour.
I've been even playing in a long time. I was playing right before you called.
I played the other day, but I didn't really do shit. Ever since I said I had to clean out my shit, I played like once since then. And I finished a mission. What mission did I finish? That was a hard-ass mission too, nigga. I had to kill a whole bunch of fucking robots, nigga. And the last one was way above my motherfucking level, nigga. I had to use down to all my bullets.
Man, I had to get to the bunker for the Free States, but they got that big ass bat.
You had to use the Underground Railroad. And nigga had to get to the Free States.
I haven't used the railroad.
Nigga, I'm joking. You said the Free States. I never heard the Free States in here. I was like, nigga, fuck is this nigga Harriet Tubman?
Isn't that what they're called, the Free States?
I don't fucking know.
I had to go to some bunker to meet this new group, and so I'm working my way down there. And there's like this large ass bat. I killed it one time, but it took forever to kill that bitch. And then I died, and I started doing some other missions. And then I was going back. I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna run right back into this bitch. So I went around that bitch, and when I got to the point I was supposed to get, the monster was there again. I was like, nah, this bitch is all the way over here. But luckily, it was like fighting some other NPCs. So I was like, man, I'm gonna just do my mission on the side, make sure this nigga don't see me.
Make sure that nigga don't fuck with you, yeah.
Cause it was hard to kill this nigga. Cause he flies around. He blows like sonic waves at you, throws radiation at you. I was like, damn. And then when he lands on the ground, he like swings his wings, so it like throws you. I was like, damn, bro, this nigga damn near killed me.
You stim packing it up?
Yeah, I was stim packing it. I was drunk. I was everything buffed up.
And I bet you still didn't use no Med-X, nigga. Dumbass. What Med-X do?
I don't know.
Med-X prevents 25% of the damage you take, nigga. Always pop the Med-X if you're gonna fight.
Yeah, that's right.
You sitting there popping Buff Out, and Buff Out makes you stronger. It doesn't make you necessarily more resilient, nigga. It makes your melee hits stronger because your strength, right? So if you're trying to increase your damage mitigation, you need to put in Med-X. Yeah, your Psycho Buff will help in anything, because Psycho Buff does a bunch of different shit, but Buff Out, I use Buff Out because I got a fucking melee weapon that's badass, bro. I got the fucking punching thing, that fucking, you know that thing you put on your fist, that power fist. That bitch doing like 90 to 100 damage and shit like that, nigga. And then I got I think I got something. Oh, I think it's got a enchantment on it, a star on it that makes it ignore 50% of armor that you hitting. So fuck somebody's armor, and then you just bow 100 straight to the chest, nigga. 100 straight to the chest. That hoe fired in the bitch.
My melee weapon is the ski.
I had that hoe too. That ski. Did you put blades on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you upgraded, put the little spikes on the side of that bitch. That ski for a medium, bro, that hoe was strong. I think I had that bitch doing like 78 damage or some shit like that.
I think this hoe do like 80.
Yeah.
I think mine was like a legendary thing too.
Yeah, Yeah, I'm finna say, no, I didn't. I didn't have no legendary mod on. Did I? I think the one I had a mod on, I didn't like. I think it was a trash ass mod, so I didn't use it. But that fucking power fist is like 100 damage, bro, and it's still medium speed. So nigga, that hoe's untouchable right now. Untouchable. Yeah, nigga, that nigga got me talking about some 76. I'm finna run some 76. Yeah, bit.
My shotgun is the one that's at 100.
A double barrel?
Nah, combat.
You got a combat 100?
Mm-hmm.
Impressive. I think mine only doing like 75, 70.
I had the double, but it was only like at 80. Then I found the combat and had some things added to it. Yeah, I didn't like the double, man, because I started panicking because it's only 2 bullets. I said,
I got a double that's doing 100, but it's not worth using until you get the cards where you can reload faster. Until you can reload faster, it's not really gonna make that much of a difference. You might as well just use a combat that's got like 75 or 80 versus using a double barrel that's got 100 if you can only shoot twice before you gotta bend that bitch over.
with the combat, you get 6 bullets.
Yep.
The drum size doesn't really matter, right? Like if you get a drum, it's not gonna hold more. It's still gonna be 6 bullets.
Miguel, why would you think it'd be a drum on there if you can't hold more than 6 bullets?
Because they had drums, I don't think it holds more than that.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, that's why it's a drum.
Might put a drum on it this time.
Yeah, you tripping, nigga. Why the fuck else would you put the drum on there? Just to make it weigh more? Like, what the fuck? I got one of them I can put a drum on. I can't remember if it was a rifle or if it was the shotgun. Let me load this bitch up right quick.
Did you do the mission for the Foundation where they blow themselves up?
The Foundation gonna blow themselves up?
Not them, but they end up having some Brotherhood weapons. If you do Brotherhood missions, they tell you to go take the weapons from them, and they don't want to give them to you, but they're like, "Oh, we sent so and so to test them out." And when you go and look, this fool done blew themselves up. This one dude didn't accidentally took the weapon. And he blew up the weapon, and he took off all the weapons, and he stashed himself in a mine, and you gotta like go around, swim underwater, come back around the other side, and get to him and be like, "Man, I'm gonna take the weapons." Like they give you different options. I was gonna kill him, just take the weapons, but I was like, "Nah, I'll meet you at the Foundation. Let me take them because they're dangerous." Then I go over there and I tell them like, "Yeah, I'm gonna just keep these hoes. Y'all don't know what y'all doing."
I'm mostly with the Raiders. So like the last mission I did, we went, like I told you, we was breaking into a vault 79. We was breaking into toward the vault that's at the top right of the map, far northeast.
Yeah, that's the one I'm about to break in right now, 79.
Right, that's the one I was telling you last time that I was breaking into. And so who are you with? Are you with the Foundation or the Raiders?
Because
who did you talk to get this mission started?
The Overseer. She's the one that sent me on the mission, and she just told me to choose.
So you with them then? So that means you with the Settlers.
Well, the Overseer, she just tells you to go talk to both of them, and from there you choose which one you want to go.
Okay, so it's only those two. Well, then, so if you're about to go do that, who were you talking to besides the Overseer? You haven't
because I'm at the Brotherhood too, so I'm working with them while I'm working with everybody. while I'm still working on it.
Okay, I've met all 3 of these people. I've met all 4 of these people: the overseer, the foundation, the brotherhood, and the Raiders. And they didn't ask me shit about the brotherhood. They didn't ask me shit about the overseer. They asked me if I'm gonna run with the foundation or the Raiders, because there's treasure there, and you're gonna have to make a deal with somebody on how you're gonna split the treasure up. I talked to both of these people before I went there, and I promised. First off, the overseer made me get everybody vaccinated first.
Yeah.
I talked to the foundation, got them. They trust me because I got them the vaccination, and I use my charisma, so they trust me and shit like that. But I made the deal to go to the 79 with the Raiders, so technically I'm with the Raiders. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you haven't had that conversation, because you're gonna have to talk about how y'all gonna allocate the shit.
No, yeah, because she told me to go talk to each one, and I went and talked to the foundation, and then the Raiders. It still tells me I can go talk to Meg, but it's not like the main mission. It's just miscellaneous. But I still haven't even tried to break into the vault. I was doing some shit for the Brotherhood.
All right, so basically you haven't made the decision yet. Pretty much one of the next ones you talk to is gonna be them, like.
Yeah, they're gonna make me make the decision.
Right, and I'm saying, like, the very next one you talk to is gonna be them, whether you want to or not. Pretty much, like when I went to talking to the Raiders, once they asked, she's like, "Okay, so you ready to go into the vault?" I back out quick. I'm like, "Hold on, wait. I'm going in with you." I didn't know. Moonrock Blanc for the win. I didn't know, and I was trying to go back, and at that time I didn't realize that it's either the foundation or the Raiders. So I didn't know to go back to the foundation and try to get them to do it or whatever. So I was just wandering around trying to get somebody else to talk to the shit about with, and that wasn't the case. It didn't allow me to, so I had to go back to the Raiders, and I just started with them. And I ended up promising her like half the money or some shit. But when I actually did it, she wasn't there until I actually got to the end of the vaults. And then she popped up out of nowhere. And that's when the military was telling me, "Yo, we got these military secrets, and if you give us some of the gold or whatever, such and such." But that's when I told you, I was like, fuck that bitch. I only gave her a piece of the gold so I can keep some of the gold to get some of these military secrets. And I gave some of the gold, the other part of the gold, to the foundation. So I split it up amongst everybody, nigga. Fuck the bullshit. In other words, it don't matter what you tell either of them motherfuckers, but when you actually get the gold, you can do what the fuck you want to. Just at the cost of betraying somebody.
Yeah.
And she didn't even look at it as that bad of a betrayal. Because I could have took all the money for myself, gave her what I owed her, or split it the way I wanted to split it. And I ended up splitting it.
Yeah, I got to make a decision. I just haven't done it. I've been doing this other missions for the.
I was just trying to tell you that I don't think it makes it that clear when you're about to start doing it that this is it. You talk to her, you about to go. That's it, But I guess ultimately they don't make a big idea out of it because ultimately you can kind of do whatever the fuck you want to.
And I was thinking about making me a helmet with what's it called? This helmet, the iBot helmet.
Okay.
But I want to get me the Sentry one instead, but I need to go get an Assaultron circuit.
I was gonna say, you got that Assaultron head that you can use as a weapon?
Nah, I think I got the plan for it. I just have to make it.
You ain't seen that hoe? Somebody used that bitch against me. That bitch was strong than a motherfucker. But then I pick it up. I'm like, man, this hoe ain't that strong. And this hoe shoot slow as fuck. Why the fuck that hoe almost killed me? Oh shit, but let's run Lamar Jackson right quick.
Lamar Jackson.
Cause it was this meme right here, right? That I'm pretty sure you saw the same one.
Yeah.
They're saying in his first 6 seasons, Taysom Hill has made $32 million, and in his first 5 seasons, Lamar Jackson has made $32 million. I don't see that as that egregious. I don't like. That's not a robbery, my nigga.
Like that's a lot of money, and for his contract, he had a small contract anyways, because nobody really expected much from him.
Taysom Hill?
No, Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
The coach that he got didn't even want him when he was first there.
Yeah, because they thought he couldn't throw.
Yeah.
But Taysom Hill, honestly, I'm not really familiar with this cat, Taysom Hill on this play, which only leads me to believe that he's not that good.
He's only good for skill packages. He's like Tim Tebow.
Right. Okay. So basically, just to make sure I'm not misunderstanding, they're saying Lamar Jackson should have been getting paid way more than a guy like Taysom Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Which.
But see, the Saints, they actually used Tyson Hill a lot as a backup, because that's when they had Drew Brees and
right.
What's that boy that was eating the W's? So like he was actually pivotal to the team, and he still is. He has a lot of special packages. Like they use him a lot. They use him for extra points, all that shit.
2 quarterback system, future of the NFL.
Yeah,
but
pretty much.
What I'm saying, every team is different. So this comparing, oh, I'm better than that quarterback, I should be making more than him. That's not how it works, because it's not the team that you're on. You're not on his team. You know what I'm saying? That nigga's team might need more for his skill set. He might need way more money allocated to his front line.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? No matter what the fuck the case is, y'all are not on the exact same team, and this shit is gonna ruin the NFL, bro. Like, you keep comparing across the motherfucking spectrum to players who ain't got shit to do with you other than they share the same position. That's gonna fuck. It's gonna you trying to put everybody on the same pay scale, on the same thing. It's not gonna work like that, bro. You can't be at McDonald's looking over to try to see what they making at fucking Home Depot, nigga. It don't work like that. Let's see what Rich say. My nigga Rich say, cause I said dudes like Tim Duncan, you know, they never focused on pay. Brady, Dirk Nowitzki. Yeah. Dirk Nowitzki has left the most money on the table of any NBA superstar, easily. And you know, Rich was talking about, I feel that on the NBA level, but fuck the NFL, especially being black. You already know the contract's janky as is, but look at what most black athletes have to do to get paid, hold out, not show up to training camps for Brady. The Patriots got lucky because they took a chance on him, and he rewarded them by taking discounts. Not to mention, he had top paid model in his pockets, wasn't hurting. Yeah, that's a good point. So I'm with you, but not at the same time, because in the NFL, them plantation owners will get over on you quickly, then force you to take a pay cut if your production goes down. I can agree with it. To an extent. Where it stops is that when you have to hold out practice to get paid, maybe that's not what you're worth. You ever stop to think about that? Maybe that's just not what the fuck you're worth. Only reason you think that's what you're worth is because you're comparing yourself to niggas that aren't you, that were in completely different situations from you. So I understand to a degree, yeah, some contracts is janky. But at the end of the day, every NFL contract is not the same. And when you're talking basketball, it's a little bit easier to be the man on the basketball team, you know what I'm saying, to get paid as such on the basketball team. But in the NFL, bro, if you're not winning me championships, what the fuck? I don't owe you a bitch ass thing. Nigga, you be lucky to get anything. Guaranteed. Like, that's the only position guaranteed in the NFL quarterback. You lucky to get any guaranteed money in the NFL at all whatsoever. So I don't know if I want to just say it's because he's black. Or because black people get, you know what I'm saying, janky contracts in the NFL. There's something to that to some degree, but I think once you get your clout and then when you become a Lamar Jackson, it's not about you being black no more. I don't think it's about you being black no more. I think it's about you winning championships and not winning championships, nigga. I think that's what the fuck shit about. I think they are a lot of times victims of the amount of clout that they have, or the amount of popularity that they have, because you get a certain level of popularity, you expected to do more. You expected to have a championship, you know what I mean, or at least be viable in the playoffs. Like, I don't see that with Lamar Jackson. So if they want to cut this nigga's pay, or if they want to keep this nigga at $32 million, that's fine. That seems right to me. If Taysom Hill is getting overpaid, that doesn't mean that somebody that's better than him needs to get a pay raise. That's not what that means. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We need to stop thinking like that, bro. Or NFL, it don't matter what we think. Well, actually it do, because we kind of influence where the shit goes. Like I said, that extra clout and popularity puts more expectation on motherfuckers. But it should put more pay on a motherfucker. That's for damn sure. Championships should put more pay on a motherfucker. Now, if a motherfucker win the championship, get a contract negotiation where he gets more money, and then don't go on to win nothing else, it's just kind of how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you should be working toward. That's the unearned money that you should be getting, not unearned money. He's getting paid more than me, and my stats were better. Did you win a motherfucking ring, nigga? No. Shut the fuck up. How about that? Motherfucker, this a business, bro. We're not paying you to make you feel better. We gonna go pay somebody. We gonna go find somebody else who feel better with 30 million, my nigga. Cause they gonna play better than you, right? Cause if you gonna be disgruntled about the shit, then I don't have you anyways. So I might as well let you go. And I can't pay you any more than this, because now you still gonna look bad because you ain't got no offensive line. So you see what I'm saying? It's a catch-22 here. Like, what the fuck we do? I can pay you. You can have your money and ride off into the sunset as a loser, and I'll be a loser right on with you because we ain't got no championships. Like, how the fuck that work? All I'm saying, man.
They everybody wants them to pay him, but I'm like, man, but at what cost? The team's already struggling to stay together. They lost the receivers.
I just don't see how your mind can go toward, I need to get paid more, if you ain't winning more. Like, I don't get it. Like, nigga, you're not winning more. And trust me, I am against multi-billion-dollar organizations. They always have more money to give you. It just got to make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, or else they got to give more money to everybody. In general, there's more money for everybody to be getting, but they're not going to give more money to everybody, just, you know, and do the right thing. So if you're going to come out and try to get them to give you, specifically you, more money, it has to be proven. It has to be fucking worth it.
That and you've been getting hurt, so because that play style don't last.
We say that, but that nigga's all right, huh?
He didn't finish the season, but because he was hurt and he was trying to prove a point.
Yeah, I finna say he had no career-changing injuries, and neither did Michael Vick. Did he? No. Michael Vick had a life-changing situation, but a career-altering situation, but
Not a good. Let the dogs out.
And Lamar is not a championship QB. Therefore, the money needs to be put toward filling in holes. Earn it, motherfucker. Yo, man, I just think Lamar needs to earn it, bro. Like it's like you got a lot of money, nigga. Like stop the bullshit, bro. Like I hate when a nigga get on some, man, I'm trying to feed my family. Feed them what, nigga? Filet mignon is not enough. Jesus fuck, man. You good, bro.
But I think his mom is his manager.
Oh, that's the worst. Oh, God, no. Absolutely the fuck not. His mama better not be his fucking manager. Nigga, no.
It's like his mom or his uncle. So it's a family member.
Oh, hell no. Ask Vince Young how that works. That shit don't never work, nigga. Absolutely not, nigga. Like Vince Young uncle, that nigga, when Vince Young was getting called in high school, that's like, oh, that nigga finna get a scholarship. While Vince Young was going to UT, that nigga was going to business school to learn how to be an agent. Nigga say, shit, I'm finna be your agent, and that nigga only had one client. Vince Young, nigga. But rich than a motherfucker. How this nigga rich as Vince Young is, but he only got one client. Matter of fact, that nigga richer than Vince Young. How is he richer than Vince Young? And only got one client. What type of sense that make, nigga? This is fishy. This is quite fishy.
You make more than the star.
How you making more than me and I'm your only client, nigga? That don't make no type of sense.
How you making more money than me when my checks is
and why you don't have no agent / accountant. Your agent is not your accountant, nigga, and he should never be. Fuck no. Nigga making deals on his own behalf. Fuck nah, nigga.
Wake up one day and have no money in your bank account.
Yeah. I think that's going to keep getting out of hand, though. Just looking across the water, looking across the room at this person's... That's going to fuck up teams, bro. And you know what it's going to do? It's going to make music more right. Musician's going to be even more right because it's going to push us even quicker into the 2-quarterback era. Because over one quarterback who's really talented, that's demanding all the money on the team that I would need for my offensive line and my defense. That instead of that one dude, I'll take 2 niggas of half the talent of him and pay them each half of what that nigga was getting paid. How about that? That's what's gonna start happening, bro. Because why keep allocating money, that amount of money, to have a superstar quarterback and you are no closer to a championship, right? You would rather focus on the rest of your team and then put a quarterback with it that matters. Because, I mean, if you're not a Super Bowl quarterback, you're not a Super Bowl quarterback. Period. Like, you're not going to become one. You're not going to become one. It's not going to happen. The way that happens is by having a better team around you. Period. So, teams are going to stop fucking dying on the mountain of a popular quarterback, and they're gonna start fucking paying 2 quarterbacks half of what that one quarterback was getting, because them 2 quarterbacks that take that type of money are way more willing to listen and they're way more coachable. And fuck, you're gonna win the same amount of games anyway. Shit. Conspiracy against Lamar Jackson? I know goddamn conspiracy. Nigga, win. Go to the Super Bowl and then tell me it's a conspiracy. If this nigga Lamar played for the Saints, then I might say conspiracy. I ain't never seen a football team get blatantly wrong calls like the Saints. They done got fucked, nigga. They done got fucked several times. They done got fucking murdered several times by referees. If Lamar Jackson played for them and all this shit was going on, then I'd be like, bruh, Team Lamar, they hoeing this nigga. Somebody needs to be arrested for this shit. This is bullshit. You see it right there in front of your eyes. They cheating this man. That's not the case, though. That's not the case. I'm sorry, Lamar. You just got to win, brother. Because you let me down when I watch you sometimes, too, nigga. I was like, that win was cheap. That win was cheap. Yeah, man. I think winning cures all, bro. Winning cures all. Now let me tell you something that I'm glad has now been getting into the zeitgeist of the internet world. Something I've been saying for years and years. But I don't often have to go into it. But LeBron James did steroids. Yes, the fuck he did. The nigga used human growth hormone. He most certainly did. He most certainly did. Have you heard of this before?
Yeah.
Other than me?
Oh, yeah, I hadn't heard of that before.
And do you believe it?
I mean, me and Felipe used to talk about him taking that he took him before high school, or like as he was coming into the NBA.
See, I didn't even entertain that.
Because when he was in high school, he was scrawny looking, and when he came to the NBA, he just bulked up and kept getting bigger and bigger. And I mean, like, I know he was growing still, but we're like, bro, you did not have that body shape.
Nah, see, he didn't keep growing and growing. He was fairly skinny his first 5, 6, 7 years in the NBA. He didn't blow up until he went to Miami. I was gonna say, let me find a picture of this nigga. LeBron, 2007 finals. That nigga went to the finals in 2007, bro. He was getting kind of swole in. But look at this nigga arms. This nigga is not that dude. He not that dude, bro. He not that same dude, bro. That nigga hairline full. Jersey, slumping all off him and shit. LeBron James. 20. Fucking let's go 16. Now this big Braun right here, nigga. Look at them filled out arms right there. That's big Braun right there, boy. Look at that jersey on that boy. That jersey fitting tight round them shoulders. God damn me. That's Braun right there. That's Braun right there, boy. Now he long. It's kind of hard to tell from pictures. Cause you gotta imagine a dude that's 6'9", bro, looks way bigger in person. You feel me? Like his body frame makes him look a lot more regular. But look at this nigga. If you take this nigga in fucking LeBron. Damn, you type in LeBron high school, all you get is fucking Bronny. There you go. That nigga LeBron always looked like a grown ass man. That nigga always looked like a grown ass man, bro. This nigga Hill there'll be nobody ever in the history of sports who got the most hype than this. They got more hype than this.
More hype.
Yeah. This nigga was being compared to Michael Jordan before he even got to the NBA. They was selling this nigga high school games on pay-per-view for $15. On DirecTV and Dish, you can buy this nigga high school game for $15. What? That shit is unheard of. And what company was reeling in that money? That's what I want to know. Shit, nigga. That's what other motherfucker had their high school go from damn near unknown to pay-per-view, nigga. Man, please. And then go on to be looked at pretty widely as the greatest of all time. You got to give him credit there. You got to give him credit there. He didn't fold because he could have folded. He could have folded. And Kwame Browned himself out. But that nigga never, ever got hurt, bro. That nigga probably was taking steroids from high school, bro. That nigga would never, ever hurt, bro. What are the chances of you controlling the ball as much as you do and never getting hurt, bro? Never. Like, the first injury I've ever seen this nigga have was when the gym was too hot and he got cramped up and couldn't play against the Spurs.
I remember that.
Bro, they carrying this nigga. They got this nigga laying out on the side of on the floor on the sideline and shit. They end up carrying this nigga to the bench and shit and to the back to get an IV. I'm like, bro, this big baby ass nigga, bro. Over some heat, nigga. It's 78 in there. It's 78 degrees in there, bro. Relax.
Nah, that nigga been pampered.
Steroids. And the muscles get to locking up, nigga. You ain't got no oxygen in that bitch.
Yeah, that's
Them thick ass muscles get to cramp. They say he always had cramp problems though.
He always been on steroids.
Because he always been on steroids. You damn right. You damn skippy.
Rehydrate your ass.
The muscles, man. You know, Jerry Jones will take LeBron James right now, third string tight end. Take him right now.
He would.
Third string tight end, nigga.
He'd probably take that nigga when he retired for a year.
Well, he basically retired. LeBron not finna win no more championship. And he gonna be in this physical condition for the rest of his life. LeBron gonna be 60 years old and look just like this, just more gray. I said it here first, folks. I said it here at Music TV first. LeBron gonna look just like this at age 60. Just more grays. And less of a headline. He ain't gonna have no more hairline. He might have a George Jefferson. Nah, I know he won't, because he ain't gonna go out like that. He gonna put some hair plugs in, like Floyd Mayweather did to his beard. That's what's gonna happen. Why is Candace Parker right here? Oh, man, McDonald's. Yo, man, that's what the fuck it is. Lamar Jackson, all this shit's gonna ruin the NFL. We're going to the 2-quarterback system, like I said. It's inevitable. That's what the fuck going down. Chris Rock, your Uncle Tom, you always have been. You're not funny. I'm still Team Chris Rock. Will Smith, you was a hoe ass nigga. I'll fight you, but I still love you. Ryan Garcia, 10 million followers, 10,000 ticket sales. Nigga fight somebody. Ngannou, get a fucking manager and listen to him, please. Like and subscribe, Music TV, man. We out. Let's leave you with that trap hat, though.
We out.
But Smitty finna come back over. Oh, you finna go to sleep?
Nah, I'm still be up for a little bit.
All right, I ain't gonna hang up then. I'll just take you off the screen.
Looking high. got rich tryna get there. You got plex, let's take it there. Fold you up like a lawn chair, tryna get bricks, something like the mail. 4-5 if you act up. SG, nigga, we strapped up. Pussy nigga done fucked up, gon' leave the house with no backup. Bang bang, nigga, now you gone. Molly put this nigga in his zone. I'm smoking Sean, nigga, out of bone. Big blunts like a light pole. We do this shit, you new to this. We got words for you. Ricky, bitch, you ain't body, nigga. We body, nigga. Put the pistol straight to your body, nigga. Leave you lying like Stevie Wonder, nigga. While we smoking on this marijuana, nigga. Talk shit, I'll hunt you, nigga. Hey, ass on over yonder, nigga. Think of playing, nigga, try me. Got my niggas right beside me. Nigga, we'll throw them hands. Hey, ass looking like wasabi. Damn.
My trap hat on and I'm looking how I'm feeling. I've been breaking all day, but tonight I'm just chilling. Walk up in the club, throw my hood to the ceiling. Got my trap hat on, bitch. I'm looking how I'm feeling. Looking how I'm feeling. Looking how I'm feeling. Ball out everywhere I go. I got all my niggas with me. But I'm looking how I'm feeling. Looking how I'm feeling. Weed and liquor got me gone, man. I swear to God I'm tripping. Yo, I don't need your shit, I got my own shit. And I don't need your hoe, I got my own bitch. My niggas out your wildin', yelling fuck the feds. And my trigger finger itching, get your dome lit. Work in the kitchen, I've been whipping the pigeons. Being broke not an option, by any means I'ma get it. I put that on my city, I done made a commitment to put the work over women and the bands over bitches. I say bitch, I fly solo, I be one deep in the cockpit. Time to kill these niggas, I got my watch saying stop it. And my swag is on jaw drop, I make a bitch start a period. The gold on my body look like I stepped out a pyramid. My trap hat is camo, I'm strapped with the ammo. My niggas hit lick, it's about as much as a Lambo. I whip that hand on my Montana, got a plug for the modest. Don't give a fuck about the Reggie, all I sell is exotic. I got my trap hat on and I'm looking how I'm feeling. I've been breaking all day, but tonight I'm just chilling. Walk up in the club, throw my hood to the ceiling. Got my trap hat on, bitch, I'm looking how I'm feeling. Looking how I'm feeling. Looking how I'm feeling. Ball out everywhere I go. I got all my niggas with me, but I'm looking how I'm feeling. Looking how I'm feeling. Weed and liquor got me gone, man. I swear to God I'm tripping.
Musician. I ain't wanna brag, but I'm a hard hitter. I done seen more stripes than Joe Exotic and Tigger. Make a beat for a nigga, make him way bigger. Me and James Brown in the same damn picture. I'm the purple jacket prince who changed his name to a symbol. I put work in life, but the shit not simple. Young Mufasa in the jungle trying to raise a new symbol. Long hard life lessons, give them something to remember. Trying to put you on game so you come out a winner. My mama told me she ain't raising up no sinners. I was young then, I ain't even much get it. But now that's the same way that I be raising my children. I'm a G, don't act like you don't see a contender. Shout it bad, she can fuck around, get put in the blender. But she only getting cream if she asks what's for dinner. I swear these hoes hooked on me like I'm Blue Wild Senator. I'm just trying to keep the peace, but man, fuck it, here we go. If you come to my abode, I'm the head CEO. They creeping on me, seen them in my ring video. So I'm pulling out the stick like I'm Craig Biggio. It take a real dumb some bitch to follow me home. I'm clutching chrome, and if I see a op, I'm aiming at domes. Pulled off the lot, smoking ganja as well. And if the cops pull me over, this that new park smell. I'm cashing out today, I know I bread not the same. The bags I get too big for overhead on the plane. They fucking up the game, man, this shit so lame. About to stamp Barry Bonds pass to the Hall of Fame. I'm hung like a crane, so she holler my name. It's the same ordeal when I hop on stage, I'm getting paid. Credit cards bearing my name, I used to pay it all cash, but that shit not the same. I'm on another level, this a whole new stage. Super Mario got Bowser and the Diamond Dallas Page, I'm the same. Nigga, I just strengthen my brain. And if knowledge equal power, I'll put hands on bang.
Musician, you fight like a younger man. Nothing held back.